Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day to you, depending where you are in the world. I'm here live in London doing our nighttime devotion. Had a wonderful Sabbath, thank you for asking. From the devotional Conflict and Courage, the title today, All Israel with Him. Scripture reading comes from 2 Chronicles 12, verse 1. It came to pass, when Rehoboam had established the kingdom, and had strengthened himself, he forsook the law of the Lord, and all Israel with him. The extravagance of Solomon's reign during his apostasy had led him to tax the people heavily and to require of them much menial service. Had Rehoboam and his inexperienced counselors understood the divine will concerning Israel, they would have listened to the requests of the people for decided reforms in the administration of the government. They failed to reason from cause to effect. The pen of inspiration has traced the sad record of Solomon's successor as one who failed to exert a strong influence for loyalty to Jehovah. Naturally headstrong, confident, self-willed, and inclined to idolatry, nevertheless, had he placed his trust wholly in God, he would have developed strength and character, steadfast faith, and submission to the divine requirements. But as time passed, the king put his trust in the power of position and in the strongholds he had fortified. Little by little, he gave way to inherited weakness until he threw his influence wholly on the side of idolatry. How sad, how filled with significance. The words, and all Israel were with him. The people whom God had chosen to stand as a light to the surrounding nations were turning from their source of strength and seeking to become like the nations about them. As with Solomon, so with Rehoboam. The influence of wrong example led many astray. And as with them, so to a greater or less degree it is today with everybody who gives himself up to work evil. The influence of wrongdoing is not confined to the doer. No man liveth unto himself. None perish alone in their iniquity. Every life is a life that brightens and cheers the pathway of others, or darkens and desolates influence that tends toward despair and ruin. We lead others either upward to happiness and immortal life, or downward to sorrow and eternal death. And if by our deeds we strengthen or force into activity the evil powers of those around us, we share their sin. Well, that's certainly deep. All Israel with him. So when Solomon was strong with God, trusted God, and was led by God, he led everyone else. But when Solomon turned from God, of course, that's the easy road. So everyone follows him because they want the easy road, and he's their leader. So they follow him. It's not God is their leader. He is, and God is his leader. And so it is today. We have many prominent people, be they singers, sports people, politicians, monarchs. If they're doing wrong, people think it's okay to also do wrong. course, when it's in the newspapers, etc., people will scoff and say, oh, look at him, and da da da. But they don't see themselves. We need to look at ourselves. We need to look at ourselves and how many people we lead astray. Is there an Israel we take with us when we sin? And when it causes them to sin, that comes back on us too. Deep. How many people do we lead on the right or the wrong path?